Knowledge Guild event held here in the lovely brewery. We are celebrating diversity, inclusion, and we are trying to unlock potential. I'm Konnie Huq. I'm a television presenter. I was on Blue Peter for many, many years, and now I'm a mum. But yes, we are going to hear from the wonderful Martine Wright, a truly inspirational woman, and also good laugh, as I found out a little bit earlier. And she's going to be sharing her 7 points of success that put her where she is today.
"13 years ago, I was on the way to work as an international marketing manager, and I stepped on a Circle Line train, and it changed my life forever. I was sat just 4 foot away from one of the suicide bombers that decided to hit London that morning. I now believe that 7/7 was not a matter of wrong place and wrong time for me. I actually believe I was always meant to make that journey. And as a result of that, I decided to make number 7 my lucky number, right? People think I'm off my rocker. I didn't want to be scared of it. I did not want to be scared of it, and I wanted to embrace it, and I wanted to see whether I could get amazing, amazing things from something that is so, what was seen as so negative. But I fell in love with sitting volleyball. And as you can see, I've got number 7 on my shirt. Yeah. And we did have the huge honour of taking part in the Paralympics in London. It's not what happens to you that makes the difference. It's what you do with what happens to you. Anything is possible as long as you believe. Thank you ever so much.
Our next speaker, another lady who's literally a child genius. She got her computing A-level, for instance, at the tender age of 11, being the first person in the UK to do so. Anne-Marie Imafidon has worked for Goldman Sachs, Hewlett-Packard, Deutsche Bank, Lehman Brothers, to name but a few, and we are very honoured and privileged to have her here tonight to share some of her words of wisdom.
That everyone in this display is dead, white and male, which frustratingly is the image that we have of what innovation looks like. And no offence to anyone who is dead, white and male in the audience today. I like to say that the future is here, it's just not evenly distributed. There are so many new technologies that we have that are coming out now that actually for us to unlock their potential, we need to make sure we've got different types of people involved in their development. To make sure we've unlocked the right potential in ourselves in order to build this technology to do good things. And it's all because we need to make sure we've got the right kinds of diversity, innovating and creating these things so that we're not making algorithms that are going to make bad decisions, but also we're creating technology that isn't going to harm us. But it's important to make sure we look for how to be inclusive in the small, not just necessarily in the big. And that's how we're going to unlock potential and make sure that the bots don't kill us. Thank you very much.
Our next speaker is a bit of a scientist, an organisational psychologist, the CEO of APS, a very successful management consultancy. And then he's also a sportsman. To be precise, the first ever Brit to have a successful career in the NBA. There are many, many strings to our next guest's bow. So please put your hands together and bring the house down for John Amaechi.
Maybe my mum didn't tell me all the truth about me, because I took that second bus and people didn't want to sit next to me and men grabbed their wallets. Am I a monster? The book I've been reading all day was The Hunchback of Notre Dame. If I walk outside this place, you're thinking, no now, his dulcet tones, he could never be frightening. I'm actually quite useful on a Saturday night in Soho because I haven't queued up for a cash machine in about 30 years. So somebody's doing their transaction, all I have to do is stand a respectful distance behind them, and then when they look behind them, I just smile, and they cancel, run away. I didn't play sport because of money, I didn't play sport because I like to move, because frankly, I like books and pie. I played sport because the first day I walked into a gym, a group of boys ran towards me, pulled on my arms, and said, he's on our team. And I vowed that second, I would never leave this environment. This is the power of inclusion. You make people feel like they belong, They will do things that you could never imagine in order to remain. It's about performance. It's about winning. It's about potential. Thank you.
So engaging and a lot more kind of inspiring than I thought it was going to be. I think the emotional connection that the speakers had with the audience was really interesting, especially Martine.
She turned her tragedy into something more progressive.
She was so eloquent and able to talk about it without breaking down and able to find the best in it. Obviously they're celebrities, we've all watched Blue Peter, so Konnie Huq was incredible.
They were all really different, but I think my favourite was John. I found it really engaging and I just believed his story 100%.
It was much more informal than I expected. There was a lot of celebration, a lot of drink, a lot of fun and laughter. How personable the speakers were. So you can have a chat with them outside.